Good morning. Today is all about baselines, and like I've said before, what gets measured gets improved. And since these videos aren't sponsored, I don't have to stick to one platform. So we'll use a variety of different apps to track metrics and key performance indicators. We'll use both Strava and Training Peaks for fitness, TrainerRoad for AI FTP. I use my Withings Smart Scale to track my weight, body fat percentage, and lean mass percentage. And maybe the numbers aren't entirely accurate, but in my view, it's the trend lines that matter. And Garmin, Whoop, and 8Sleep for recovery and sleep data. On the bike today, I've got threshold intervals, and since misery loves company, I'm gonna head up to Mount Diablo and do those intervals with my buddies. So, Bay Area traffic being what it is, I need to get moving.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Bailey Avenue.
This is why I was, am, and always will be a bike commuter. All right, well, I'm getting ready. It is probably a good time to talk about where I am in the job search. After 12 years in legal and tech, I've made some connections, and they're all willing to help out in any way they can. Right now, what that looks like is sharing their networks and sharing open roles with me. Others have been offering to review my resume, and since I haven't really had to change jobs in the last 12 years, it might be out of date. So I've got resumes going out to a bunch of places today. All right, it's cold, and I just spent an hour and a half in traffic after having 2 cups of coffee this morning. You do the math. Much better. Off we go. All right, so on tap for today, 4 15-minute threshold intervals. For those that are unacquainted, that translates to 4 bouts of 15 minutes of questioning life choices. Let's get going. Through one. That's gonna end up being it. All right, I made it through 2. That one was at the very bottom of my target power range. I'm not optimistic for the rest. Definitely falling apart on this one. I'm gonna keep trying. Alright, about to start the last one. I would have bailed probably 2 intervals ago if it weren't for my teammates. So, yeah, we'll just see how this one goes. So much of this is mental. I started that last interval and just for the first 5 minutes couldn't do anything. Then I decided at the 5-minute mark to hit the button again and try to make the last 10 minutes count. I've got 2 teammates, really good friends, who came out to ride with me, and this is the first real video where I'm trying to do this. Giving up wasn't really an option. Well, that was hard, but most rides with Greg and Russ are productive. I didn't expect to get through the intervals, especially after the first one. So much of this is mental, having the right motivation. Yeah. Lunchtime. This challenge isn't just all about the bike, although what I'm about to do will help with the bike. Lifting is, in my view, essential for anybody who wants to be fit in any way, shape, or form. There are so many benefits, from increasing your bone mass, increasing your lean mass. It makes you more injury resistant, and who doesn't want to be stronger? I, however, am pretty tired, so this might be rough. Right, baselines. No, not that kind. But let's talk about them. For the aesthetic, weight, and body comp metrics, I'm gonna do those at the same time every day. Water weight can fluctuate pretty wildly throughout the course of the day, and that can affect how you look, how you feel, and of course, how much you weigh. This morning I was 178 pounds and 17% body fat, and right here you can see what that looks like. My resting heart rate last night was 47 beats per minute, which is pretty high for me, and HRV was 68, which is pretty low, but that could probably be because I only spent 6.5 hours in bed last night. Moving over to the bike, TrainerRoad says that my FTP FTP, or functional threshold power, is 331 watts. I spent about 55 minutes at that power today and it was brutal, so I think it's probably pretty accurate, at least today it was. My chronic training load, or fitness, according to Training Peaks, is 100. For deadlifts, I did 3 sets of 5 reps each at 225 pounds, and I was able to do sets of 6 pull-ups. But what does all that mean? In a vacuum, not much, but they're all data points, and once I gather enough of them, they'll be able to show trend lines. Again, the goal here is to see how fit I can get, but in order to do that, I have to know how fit I am now. As an aside, if you're finding this video helpful, useful, or anything really, I'd love it if you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. While you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll get notifications so you won't miss videos when they come out. Today was hard. Physically, mentally, emotionally, just... I still don't think it's fully sunk in that my career at Google is over, but it's for sure weighing on me that I have a lot of mouths to feed and no income to do it with. I've spent the last several days going back and forth between cautious optimism and crippling anxiety. My emotions are all over the place. They range from anger, sadness, confusion, to, I don't know, things I can't even describe. I'm not asking for pity. I just wanted to say this out loud because I know that I'm not the only one feeling this way. And hopefully if you're feeling like I do, you'll know that you're not alone. So much of social media is toxic positivity and we all try to put on a happy face, but that's just not the reality we live in. Anyway, thanks again for joining me on this journey. For more in the series, you can click right here. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.